and should be working. Welcome everybody to the women's D1 hockey game. This is game 2 against the Wyoming Cowgirls, and there's no score bug right now. We're on the supplemental broadcast, but the score is 6-0 right now. And a couple of the goals to me were, a little bit weird. Alex, I know you weren't here for a couple of them, but they seem to come off of like own goals or like unlucky bounces. And Hansen, the goalie in net for Wyoming, was injured about 5 minutes before the end of the period. She was on the ice for about, I want to say 3 minutes, but she got up. The big thing about that, though, that's the only goalie for Wyoming. So I don't know the ACHA rules. I don't know what would happen, but it was kind of a weird situation. So whatever would happen, we don't have to worry about because she's up and moving, and she'll be in net for the rest of the game. But you got to wonder, she's hurting, and her defense isn't giving her too much. So with that, I will toss it now to Alex. Alex, how is your thoughts for last couple games we've been watching for these girls?
This is our first home games of the semester, Nick. They've looked really impressive. Andy Bierbaum started yesterday for the Buffaloes, and she let up one goal. Zoe Watson getting the start today, hasn't let up anything, and at the end of the first period yesterday it was 10-0, so already a much better start for Wyoming, even though they still find themselves trailing by 6.
Yeah, they've been playing a lot more disciplined, and they've cleaned up their edges a lot, but you can only do so much when you're facing a team that's just a lot faster and a little bit better at passing. So good on Wyoming for fixing their game up, but no matter how perfect they're playing right now, they're just getting outmatched by the Buffaloes team. By the way, it is a 4-on-4 currently. There's 4 skaters out for both teams. I didn't quite see the end of this one, but it was a lot more physical than last game that we've been seeing. Penalty is over, so it'll start a power play for the Buffaloes. Only 20 seconds, though, as Colorado will take it the other way. Wallace behind the net, cross-ice pass. That one can't go. McDonald from the point. And that pass almost intercepted, but Melina Atwood, she'll get control back of that. And now Wyoming will try and start their own. Penalty has been killed. We are back to 5-on-5 action to start. Just a minute gone in this middle period. Wyoming can't keep it on center ice, and here comes Rowan Nasty along the half wall. Behind the net, they're just going to kick that one out. From the boards, CU gets possession of it. Cross-ice pass in front of the crease. That one can't go. And now Rowan Nasty will try to fight for it. Wyoming's been the better team on the board so far in this game, as here comes a shot from Melina Atwood. Or not Melina Atwood, excuse me. That one is covered, and that one, Wyoming catches CU offsides. Here comes a breakaway opportunity. Shot, and that one is stopped. Great save there, Alex.
Big stop from Zoe Watson on Zeitler. Zeitler, to me, has been one of the best skaters for this Wyoming team. Definitely has some authority. Definitely the player that this team wants to have a breakaway opportunity like that. And Zoe Watson just got the better of her that time.
Yeah, Colorado right there was caught off sides. I forgot what team it was that I was calling. It's my own college. They got caught off sides, and they couldn't get anything going. Started a breakaway for Wyoming, and now they find themselves with great possession trying to get on the board here.
So 18-15 to go in the second period. Still 6-0 for the Buffaloes. Claire Furlow's offsides there.
Yeah, as I said, it looks a little bit more undisciplined than yesterday. You're obviously playing this game with a lot different mentality than yesterday, because you didn't know who you were playing, and obviously that very commanding win last night. They're playing a little bit different. Wyoming, on the other hand, they've been playing a lot more disciplined. They're doing a lot better with their passing and starting breakaways. But, as I said, the raw talent that Colorado has just outnumbers Wyoming right now. Here comes Lauren Raymond. She'll get a cross-ice pass from center ice. and she'll dump that one, and Wyoming looks to take possession back. On the half wall, Furla's got it behind the net, and she takes a shot on the net. That one goes wide. Raymond on the half wall. Behind the net, she's tied up with two Wyoming skaters. And now Wyoming's going to start something. Dumps it back behind the net. And that pass is picked. Colorado's got it. Cross-ice pass right in front of the crease. That shot's not good. And that one is a goal. That one gets past the goalkeeper, who, as we said at the start of this one, clearly hurting. She's on the ice right now. She's taken a lot this game. That was it looked like a one-timer right in front of the crease. Stopped that one, but the rebound shot, I didn't see who capitalized on that one. I think that was Lauren, or
It was
I think
Fuselli,
it was Fuselli.
the top scorer for this women's team.
Yeah,
He's still down on the ice.
had some good positioning there at the start to stop that first one-timer, but you know you can tell she's hurting, and she was on the ice for a good little bit at the start. And fortunately, she's up right now, but you can tell she's in sharp pain.
Anderson helping the trainer over towards Hansen,
And I'm still just not sure what happens if she says I'm done, because she's still grabbing at her stomach right now. Looks like the rib cage. She stopped that one timer right at the stomach. So you know those are not soft pucks. That is vulcanized rubber right at point blank, and this is someone that already took a hit earlier. So it's I just kind of want to know what happens when the only goalkeeper can't play. It looks like we won't find out, though. And how about that for just tenacity and grit to keep in this one?
To just keep going. It's a tough sport. It
Yeah.
is really a tough sport at times.
And I mean that just shows how much this Wyoming team, how much they still care about this game. And as we've kind of pointed out, they've just cleaned up their game a lot. They're the more disciplined team by far right now, and they're a lot more composed and have better communication. But sometimes just the raw talent like Colorado's got kind of outweighs that and tips the scales.
It very much has so far in this game, as they have a 7-0 lead. Fuselli getting the most recent goal for the Buffaloes. Oh, look at this. Jordan Bonk scores.
Yeah, a bit slow there getting in the butterfly. It almost looks like a LaPlante, a very old goalie for the Habs. Just when you take hits like that, the first thing you're trying to do is just be a stand-up goalie, where you're a lot better with your stick work and things like that. But she was really slow to get in the butterfly, and Colorado right from the point went 5-hole, and that puts them up 8-0.
Jordan Bonk getting that one. So now it's Wallace, and she's offsides.
Yeah,
Got 2 goals so far in this period from 2 of the top players on this team, Jordan Bonk and Mia Fuselli.
Yeah, and you just saw that miscommunication there. I don't know how to explain it. It feels like an exhibition game almost, because both teams are having fun with it. They're trying new things that you really want to. Even the team on the losing side of this, they're going to be trying some things they normally wouldn't. And the referee kicks it off their skate accidentally, as that one finally gets center ice for the Buffaloes. Colorado doesn't take the ice in here. Wallace is going to take it in her own zone. Her centering pass can't go. Colorado's going to have to regroup at center ice. And that one's dumped in. Not enough for icing here, as Colorado's going to try and take it the other way now. And Hairston loses control, but here come the Buffaloes. 3-on-2 opportunity. Centering pass. That one's broken up. Nice deflection there from the Cowgirls, as Colorado just keeps onside there right at the point. And now they'll recenter it at center ice. And now, not sure what happened there. Rowan Nasty wasn't caught offside. She was behind her. I can't tell. I didn't see anyone else on offside. Maybe they did see someone cross center ice. Either way, CU is caught offsides, and we're going to get a neutral zone draw here.
Update on that time for you all. 15:40 15:47 seconds left in the second period.
Yeah, thank you to Alex for working the score bug. We're on the supplemental broadcast. There's always something going on the streams, Alex.
We can't seem to go a weekend without something going wrong.
And we always figure it out, though, so.
Want to make sure we get the best coverage for you all at home. Make sure you get to see your daughters play some hockey.
Yeah, friends, family. It's always nice to hear the people come here, saying their gratitude.
We do it for you.
As Wyoming loses possession at center ice, here comes the captain, Melina Atwood. She'll try and enter it. Drop pass. And numbers disadvantage here. They're going to take it behind the net. And Melina Atwood showing why she's the captain, fighting for it there. From the point, McDonald, she's just going to send it. And that saucer pass is broken up. Wyoming's defense looking a lot better right now, but a little bit more faster skating from this first line from Colorado. So here comes Melina Atwood. She's going to try a wraparound. And that one can't go. Looks like she tried a backhand shot on net. McDonald from the point. She tries to pass it to the captain. She's got possession of it behind her own net. Miscommunication there. They lose possession. It looks like it bounced off Atwood's skate. They didn't know who that was going to. See who gets possession back. They'll just dump it in. And now Wyoming from their own zone. Good hit there. Wyoming's going to try and take advantage of those numbers. That pass can't go.
Nice play by Criticos there to try and get it away from the ensuing Colorado attack.
And how about that? As I said, getting in that butterfly is a lot harder now that you take those shots to the ribs. So that goalkeeper just very resilient and durable in the face of this onslaught from the Buffaloes. Colorado's got to come onside. Center ice, they'll enter with Furla. Furla, nice deke there. She's going to get a shot, or centering pass. That one can't go.
Right idea, looking for Hatcher right on the open side of the net.
Yeah, Wyoming's defense, they're playing the angles a lot better. That's something that we noticed. It was a free range for the Buffaloes to just try any one-timer they wanted or centering pass, even cross-ice passes they were able to go. So, good stick work from the Cowgirls right now to disrupt that. And now we'll get a cross-ice pass. Raymond's got it. She'll enter for the Buffaloes. And a poke check there. Wyoming gets possession back. From the boards, Ewald's shot. That one's wide. And Faselli fights for it along the boards. Behind the net, centering pass right in front of the crease. A shot, and that one goes.
What a shot from Natalie Ewald. Right in the slot, picks it up, takes a couple strides, moves in, and doesn't miss.
Stick high, too. That was a beautiful shot. Nice snapshot, right there. I think she had two bodies in the way there, or at least one body there trying to get the stick work. And for everything this defense is doing right now, they just can't sustain possession, and, that's what's really killing them right now. Center ice. That's won by Colorado. And now Bonk, she'll enter for the Buffaloes. On the half wall. She's got Faselli as center and pass, but Wyoming disrupts that one. And trying to enter the zone now. Here we got Colorado from their own. They take possession back. Behind their own net is Raymond. And now here come the Buffaloes the other way. Here comes Ewald. That pass can't go to Bonk. And no icing. Looks like she was just past center ice when that pass was sent. Bonk from the boards. She's got Faselli wide open lane. She'll take a shot. And a nice block there from Wyoming. That one goes along the boards. Colorado's got it. And just off the stick there, Wyoming gets back on it. Still got possession now. As Wyoming, they take it back. And now we're going to get a nice drop pass to Ewald, and it almost gets that centering one-timer look. Colorado's done a great job of just, sustaining possession. For as good as Wyoming's defense has been doing right now, they really just can't keep that possession, especially along the boards. Just a complete turnaround from the first period that that we couldn't broadcast. Ewald, wide open look here. She's gonna try a shot.
Nice save by Hansen there.
Yeah, a lot more mobile. You know, obviously the pain that she's taken for her to be as mobile and getting that butterfly as she's been doing. Good on her. From the point, Colorado loses on side there. They'll have to regroup. Here's Henderson. And she'll get it to Hairston. She'll enter. Goldenberg almost caught offside there. Hairston's going to try and take it herself. And tries a deke there. She gets it, but loses possession in the process. A hard angle shot there. That one can't go. Wyoming dumps it in. I'm so used to saying Colorado's got their zone here, but final on the boards. Colorado wins it. They're going to take it the other way from center ice.
Oh, good pass.
Oh. Yeah, another miscommunication there. Caught off sides. That's something they just. I think that's what the fourth time this has happened this period.
Yeah,
so
they gotta be better at that. I noticed that they both games here they have had issues with that and getting called off sides. They especially going forward, they're gonna have to fix that.
Yeah, and not every team you're gonna be playing is gonna be like this. You know, for as good as Wyoming's doing, you know, there's gonna be a team that is playing more disciplined, is playing more communicative, but they're going to have the raw talent to match Colorado. And when that happens, they just need to be prepared. As here comes a nice shot from Ahrens. That one looks like it was broken up. Nice stick work there. And the drop pass can't go. Colorado gets possession back at center ice. And now they're entered. That's Rowan Nasty. On the boards, that deke can't go. Henderson, she'll dump it. And it's under and pass here. Here comes a shot.
Oh, nice play.
Looks like a bit of a slower, like saucer shot almost to get that. It's like when you accidentally pass on net in NHL.
Yeah.
Colorado gets possession back along the boards. And Wyoming's doing a good job getting into the zone, but they're kind of doing nothing when they dump it in or get along the boards. They're kind of surrendering that possession. They're trying to get because obviously they're trying to get line changes. You know, they're getting such sustained pressure against them that they have winded lines, and as you pointed out last game, a bit of a shorter bench, so that kind of works against them when they're not able to sustain possession.
The shifts may be as long, but like they're still just more tired because they don't have the amount of players.
And one timer, they're right at point blank. That one can't go. See, you get possession back, and a nice shot. Good glove save there.
Yes. Nice glove save from Hansen there.
And I was expecting a bit of more, as I said, stand-up goalie kind of game here from the keeper there, but she's playing very, butterfly right now. She's getting down there. She's making the glove save. She's getting the stack pad in, or the pad stack in rather. So for the hits that she's been taking and the amount of shots on net that we've seen in this game, she's playing very mobile, and her team's got to be thanking her for it.
Oh, Hatcher tried to get that one in there. That was a nice play.
And you see Colorado, they're trying a lot more. They're trying a lot more dekes, and here comes a wraparound shot. That one can't go.
Another one from Hatcher. She really wants that one.
McDonald from the point, and that shot's broken up. Nice deflection there. Colorado's they're just going to send this one along the boards for Wyoming to collect. Wyoming, center ice, they'll just dump that one, and that one can't go. And McDonald will take it back for the Buffaloes. Here comes Bonk entering the zone. Run behind her on that. She's going to go the whole way with it, east to west. As here comes a bad collision there.
Oh, 2-on-1.
Almost a 3-on-1.
Now it's a breakaway.
1-on-1 opportunity for Wyoming. That shot. And a nice save there.
Good save.
Zoe Watson hasn't been contested too much so far. I want to say we're still at single-digit shots on net for Wyoming, but for I want to say 3 or 4 that I saw, really nice shots from Wyoming in the first. She's been doing pretty good in the
Well,
face of
that
it.
most recent shot came from Amelia Stouffer, number 5, who scored the goal for Wyoming yesterday.
Yeah, you can tell she plays with that intensity and that I guess that speed that Wyoming kind of needs just to start those plays, and it's on her teammates just to keep possession when she gets in there. And here comes Raymond's line. Might get icing called here. Just a little bit too much power here. And no icing called, actually. I think that one was untouched no matter what, but Wyoming from behind their own net. And Colorado, good on them for not, letting off the pedal or anything. We got 7 minutes to go just about in the middle period. As
oh, my goodness. Oh, what a save.
What a beautiful skate work there to work around those defenders. Either way, Wyoming gets it back. On the boards now here, they'll enter the zone. And that one gets too much on it. Colorado's going to take it on the shot on the boards.
Yeah, top line out here for the Buffaloes. This line is dangerous.
And a very
All three of them
hard-working
had hat
team.
tricks last night.
And a hard-working team at that. They play the full 60 minutes, and sometimes you'll see the women, the other women's lines start to get like a little bit slower, or maybe they're not entering the zone as efficiently. But you can always count on this line. They play the full game.
And well, they all had hat tricks yesterday. They have the 3 goals for this Colorado team here in this second period. They got to be careful. That is a line that can strike at any point. They'll get off the ice.
Yeah, and you can see that defense start to play. They're sending 2 defenders back. They recognize that, and they're going to want to deny those opportunities anytime they can. As Wallace enters the zone, she's got speed behind her own net, behind Wyoming's net. Excuse me. Gets it from the board, centering pass. No one's there to retrieve it.
Oh, miscommunication. Got to be careful. Oh.
Yeah, drop pass there. Big hit on a Wyoming attacker. No penalty called. Outnumbered.
That one will be a penalty.
Couldn't see anyone's hand up there. That was, if they don't get it for interference, that was definitely a defenseless person there. And as they'll send Hairston to the box, going to get 2 minutes here in the final
35.
Yeah,
hooking
in the final
penalty.
5.
So it's a hooking penalty against Hairston. Wyoming scored their lone goal on the power play, and Stouffer's out there again. Zeitler's out there. Krieger's out there. That's probably, and Brown are out there. They're probably their best skaters right there. This is exactly who they want out on the ice right now.
They only need to get the offensive zone draw. We've seen them do, pretty good once they get possession, but it's just keeping it, and not letting Colorado get it as Goldenberg beats out the clear here. Center and pass, no one gets it. What a great pass there. Wallace is too far away to get it, and possession is fought back here. Yeah, offside will be.
Oh, another penalty maybe.
I was going to say, that couldn't have been offside. The blue line's right there.
Yeah. That's another penalty against Colorado. It's a 5-on-3 for Wyoming here.
As Wallace is sent to the box. And now we've got a different game. I mean, you can ignore the score, but it's just undisciplined play that we're kind of seeing here. Wyoming, they kind of tighten the edges that we're kind of going wrong with them. Goalie is starting to get a little bit hot. We've been seeing some nice glove saves being made there, but that undisciplined play is now working against the Buffaloes. They're going to have at almost 2 minutes of 5-on-3 here.
Yeah, minute 44.
And a shot on net. That one goes beautiful. Beautiful slap shot there from Wyoming from the point. And
Capitalize on the 5-on-3. How about that?
And what a shot. I can't understate how hard of a shot, how accurate of a shot that one was. Went glove high. And yeah, that one had lift. What a beautiful shot on that. And now we've got 9-1. As we got still 5-on-4 action here. 1:51 to go in this penalty kill for the Buffaloes. Tie up at center ice. Wyoming wins it. And Aaron's stops that one from going. Wyoming's going to have to regroup here. 1:40 to go in this power play. Fight forward along the boards. Nasty takes a tumble here. Looks like she slips. As Wyoming, they're going to start selling here. They've got numbers. Of course they got numbers on a power play, but fans on the shot here. Here comes Wyoming behind their own net. Hard angle shot. That one can't go. No rebound here for the Cowgirls as they're going to regroup along the point. From the boards, they'll send it. Almost gets the rebound opportunity. Zoe Watson standing tall in net so far, despite letting that first one go. Wyoming regroups. About a minute gone in this power play. And 4 minutes to go in the middle period. Dump in there for Wyoming. Colorado gets possession. That clear can't go. And that tie-up will get Colorado there as they're going to keep, as Wyoming keeps possession here. Pass to the point. That shot's deflected. And another shot on net. That one just wide. Retrieved the rebound from that snapshot here as Wyoming gets possession back. From the point, they're going to send it around. Bit of tired players that we're seeing out here for the Buffaloes. Playing a little bit slower as Melina Atwood, the captain, takes it. She crosses the zone and delayed penalty by the looks of it, or they caught someone offsides. That one was hard to tell because there was a bit of a late hit from Wyoming player, but you could see Furla right there, right on the blue line. And yes, it will be a 4-on-4 for 8 seconds, and then a power play coming up for the Buffaloes. It was a bit hard to see there because you got Furla way over there on the blue line, almost caught offsides, and a bit of a late hit on the captain, Melina Atwood. But we're going to get 8 seconds here for the offensive zone draw of 4-on-4 action, as Colorado will be on the power play for a good minute 52 in the final 3 minutes of this middle period. Wyoming gets possession, 3 seconds to go, and now they're at the disadvantage. Here comes Wallace. She's sent immediately to the bench. Raymond from the bonk from the slot, excuse me. That one can't go, Raymond. Back to Bonk. She'll get a centering pass, and that shot. And good positioning there from the tender there. Stop that pass. Point blank from the slot, and it seems to be Colorado's favorite shot to shoot it from. And about a minute and 30 left to go here in this Colorado power play. Ewald will take the ozone draw for the Buffaloes as Wyoming gets their power play, or their penalty kill unit, their second one out there. Raymond from the point. She'll pass that. Starting pass to Ewald, and that one hits the post. Nice one-timer there from the high slot. Again, Colorado's favorite slot, or favorite spot to shoot from. Faselli from the boards. Passes it from Bonk, but that one misses, and Wyoming gets possession. They'll send it along the boards. Bonk. She'll drop it for Raymond at the point, and they lose possession of it there. Good poke check from Wyoming, and now about a minute gone in this power play. Bonk, she'll enter for the Buffaloes. And Wyoming gets possession back for it, and they'll kill more time with this clear. Now Raymond will regroup. She's got Bonk. And another missed pass there from Colorado. It's kind of been the story here. They looked a lot better for passing. Here comes Faselli from the slot.
Good
and
shot.
Another good save and good shot there. And a big hit there from Wyoming player. They both kind of took the hit there. Ewald stood tall in front of it, and now she'll get the puck along the half wall. From the point, Raymond's going to try it. And a good block there. Wyoming gets the block and the clear almost. Colorado keeps possession, and now they lose it. That will effectively kill the power play. Good job there from the Cowgirls to not only get the block, but I think 3 good clears to keep Colorado ineffective here as icing is called, and we'll send it the other way. A minute and 20 to go here. It's been an exciting past couple minutes. We had the 4-on-4 action and then the 5-on-3 action.
Yeah, that led to the goal for Wyoming.
So plenty of penalties being called. I think both teams, Wyoming slipped up a little bit, but Colorado just needs to work on that discipline. And as you kind of alluded to, they're going to be playing a lot more equally or even better teams in terms of raw talent. They just need to make sure they're the better mental teams, not the better tangible team. Wyoming, they'll cross center, Colorado cross the center ice, and out possession. Harrison takes a big hit at the slot to deny a pass there. Don't know why I can't say that. Bonk at the half wall. She'll skate the full length. She's still got possession. And drops it for Wallace. Wallace, she'll try a shot point blank. That one
finish.
can't go.
She had the net wide open, couldn't finish.
Yeah, Wyoming defender got her leg in there to stop it. Can't go though, as
That's
another
nice
shot from Colorado.
Another good save from Hansen.
And another save from Hansen. That is 3 in a row. Standing tall here. Took 2 big hits. As here comes Wyoming with a disadvantage. They'll just dump that one in, and they'll get the line change. I think they have 2 forward lines and 2 defensive lines. So obviously that'll come into factor, and we've kind of been seeing that with the bit of slower pace coming on, and Colorado with the full roster here takes advantage. 17 seconds to go here in the middle period, and regardless of the 9-1 score here, I think it's been pretty even in the past 5 minutes, including that Wyoming goal.
Save. It's a good shot.
Yeah, good shot there from the high slot, and as you said, Zoe Watson doing pretty good for the. I think we're at 10 shots on net at this point, so she's been working it pretty good, and good on her defense for stopping those shots. But the ones that have gone, she's gotten. So Zoe Watson doing her thing, and stick is tied up here as Colorado wins possession here. Final 7 seconds. CFCU tries anything. They can't. 3 seconds to go. Puck's at center ice, and that will do it. As Wallace has a late shot there. 9-1 your score. And yeah, I'd say a pretty even period. That last 10 minutes that we saw there. You take that score away right now, the game is 3-1. And that is a very different game than what we have right now. And a bit of a cold start from all players on Wyoming here, but it can't be understated how much they've done better in that final 10 minutes that we just saw. So,
yes.
You know, a lot more being disciplined, playing a little bit faster than we've seen usually from Wyoming, and of course that beautiful slap shot there to put them on the board. So, last 10 minutes have been even, and regardless of that score, you know, you got to be proud for how you kind of leveled the playing field in terms of talent here.
And sometimes it's just why you gotta tell the girls in the locker room. Of course, you can say that type of stuff, but you know sometimes it's hard to be able to take away some positives when you're down 8 goals. So you gotta find a way to just keep your head up, play the last 20 minutes, just go out and have fun.
Yeah, and you can tell that these girls are having fun. Like, you know, Wyoming, they're still having fun on the bench, still screwing around, like dancing and stuff. So, you know, you can tell that this is kind of a fun thing for them too. So, any positives that they can take away from this, which there aren't zero, I can tell you that. There's a couple good things that you can see here from Wyoming, and definitely a lot of potential here, especially with a bigger roster, more than one goalkeeper. There's a lot to be excited about, and I think Wyoming realizes that. So we'll head to a second intermission here, 15 minutes before then, and we'll get the final period here for the Wyoming-Colorado series. And it's a bit of a big day in the country right now. This big Sunday. So with that. been a pretty interesting game so far. 9-1 again is your score for the Buffaloes in their favor. Playing Wyoming, as I drop my phone. Playing the Wyoming Cowgirls. Sorry. It's been interesting to say the least. It's kind of like an expedition kind of game where both teams are just trying to try whatever, experiment and that kind of thing. Learn what, maybe kind of learn like how their synergy works with their lines and how the defensive pairs want to go moving forward. And for Wyoming, you're kind of doing the same thing. You're seeing what pairs are doing good, testing what passes you can make and things like that. So when the score is this uneven, you heading into this period, even if you're losing, you want to try whatever. So because of that, it's been a pretty entertaining game to watch. You're seeing a lot more dekes. You're seeing a lot more passes that coach wouldn't like because you're just experimenting. So regardless of that goal, you're going to be seeing stuff like that. So yeah, definitely expect to see a lot more experimenting from both sides here.
Yeah, very interesting game here. The women's Buffs team has looked really good again. And I got to say, with how they've played over this weekend, it's the first chance we've got to see it in this semester. And pretty much since they saved their season in December against GCU, I think this is a huge victory for them if they're able to hold out on this. I mean, it would be an all-time collapse if they blow an 8-goal lead here. But, anything can happen. But, if they are able to hold on here, it's going to be a really interesting week leading up to rivalry week against the Colorado State Rams here at home. That's, of course, the last week of the regular season before they head to the conference tournament in Salt Lake City this year to play, at least as of what right now, we know that they're going to be playing Arizona State. Arizona State has the number 1 seed. Colorado locked up the number 2 seed last weekend against Utah. Of course, Utah, Denver, Colorado State, and Grand Canyon all clenching their teeth, trying to clinch those last 2 bids in the conference tournament. Yeah. And so those 3 and 4 seeds will be the 2 teams that Colorado will play in the round-robin rounds. And if they're able to win both of them, they'll play in the championship game, maybe against ASU, or if someone's able to upset Arizona State, it could be someone else.
Yeah, it feels good to be on the right side of that kind of clinching scenario.
Especially when they were not last season and they missed the conference tournament altogether, which was here in Boulder.
Yeah, and they look just so much better, for coaching for the teams they've been playing against. There were times where maybe the team or the roster was starting a little bit slower, but you got to hand it to not only the coaching but the players for listening to the coach and adapting, because especially the GCU game, they looked like the worst team starting off. First period, they looked slower. They looked, they couldn't generate any passes, but finally, in the second and third period, they looked like the better team. They switched up their game in a heartbeat. Coach drew up plays in reaction to it, and, good on the team for carrying them out. And, when you have great captains like Melina Atwood who know how to interpret them and get the message out to the team, and you can tell between shifts, they play completely different. You don't really see that in teams where they just look completely different between shifts, let alone between periods. So I think for as flexible as this team is, that's what's going to get them going. And I think if they make it far in the finals, it'll be because of that just flexibility with their coaching staff and players.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Coach Kezar is pleased with what he's seen from this team in this second semester after the slow start. They had some tough road series against some of the best teams in the division. In McKendree and Jamestown, of course, they had to play Minnesota on the road early this semester. They have really dominated. They've won the games that have mattered, if you want to say. They've struggled against some of the non-conference schedule. But I'll tell you what, they have played very well within the conference. And that's exactly what has gotten them to this second seed in their conference. And they get an upper hand because they don't have to play Arizona State, who is undefeated right now. And I've heard that they're trying to get a D1 program, an NCAA D1 program, so they're going to be really, really looking not only to win the conference tournament, but to make noise in nationals. And, of course, Colorado stands in their way. And if they were able to pull off an upset against Arizona State, that'd be historic for this program.
Yeah, well, they have the tools to do it, and regardless of the games that we just saw, even this has to be good for morals or morale rather, and things like that. And of course, you get to draw up more plays and variety and stuff like that. So, I think in terms of players, in terms of goaltending too, and of course coaching, it can't be understated how much coaching's been a factor. This Colorado team's got a lot of potential, and
they've got some veteran leadership on the coaching staff too. Of course, you have Coach Kezar and Coach Wilburn returning from last season, but Isaiah Sachs, who was a senior last year for this Buffs team, on the coaching staff this time around, helping this squad to their positioning right now. And I'm pretty sure she's happy that they were able to do something with the season that looked pretty glum to start. And I gotta say, I am very impressed.
Yeah, it can't be understated too how much of a turnaround it was. Once conference play started though, it was a complete turnaround, and it's easy to lose kind of the your focus or things like that or your intensity, but Colorado's matched it, and they've only gotten better for every game they've played. They've gotten much better, so it's been very, very pleasant to see just how much better they've gotten as they keep playing.
Well, they had 2 games here against Arizona State all the way back in October, and yeah, they lost 7-0 in that first game, but they've only lost 2-0 in that second game. Zoe Watson, the goaltender in net for Colorado right now, had an absolutely fantastic game, as that is a penalty against Ewald. A tripping penalty will be called against Colorado, but
yeah, tripping call there. The defense was actually caught in a line change. It looked. I didn't see who it was. Number 3 for Colorado.
Hatcher.
Yeah, it was Hatcher. She took a crouch block, and blocked the puck there unintentionally. There were too many bodies in front. She took a nasty shot there, and she came off early, caught Colorado in a line change, and trying to prevent it. Colorado got a little sloppy there, and they find themselves on the penalty kill. 4 minutes gone so far in this last period. Colorado wins it. Shot from the boards. That one can't go. Just almost made it there. Bonk, she'll fight for it with 2 Wyoming defenders. Gets possession back, and immediately loses it behind her own net. And a bit of a battle here in front of the crease going on, as Wyoming looks to set up a screen here. A wraparound shot there. Good VH there from Zoe Watson there. She's been doing really great on the post. As Pacelli takes it the other way from the slot, she tries something. Good stick work there from that Wyoming defender to prevent that shorty. Wyoming in their own zone. And they surrender it at neutral zone. Bonk will enter with Pacelli for Colorado.
Nice shot. Nice save.
And yeah, it was just a great play to watch there. Great one-timer. Great pass to get it there. And, of course, good positioning to not only be wary of the shot that was coming, but anticipated Pacelli's one-timer and stopped it. So, yeah, just on 3 ways, really great play there from both teams. And Wyoming wins it with about a minute to go here as they'll try to enter the zone. And a bad giveaway there from Wyoming, as Aarons enters the zone. She's got Atwood behind her, and a slow shot there, and makes the easy glove save. About 30 seconds to go in the power play. And Wyoming hasn't really been sustaining pressure, but I'd say 2 or 3 good looks that they've got so far. But in the second half of this power play, they haven't had anything going here. But they win the defensive zone draw, and now they'll try and take it the other way. And turn the zone here. Wyoming outnumbered. Good job there just to get it in, as Atwood will clear it. 20 to go here. Looks like they'll have one more opportunity to get things going. Here comes Wyoming. 15 to go in the power play. And they'll surrender the power play, regrouping. 7 seconds to go as they finally cross center ice and dump it in. Penalty has been killed as Colorado gets possession back in their own zone. And a long pass there. That doesn't hit anybody. Hairston can't get it. And icing is the call. Another bit of miscommunication there. It's kind of been the theme today, and I'm sure each other's lines are trying to get at it that you just need to be having better communication. But right there, it wasn't even looking at the pass, and because of that, we're gonna get an offensive zone draw for Wyoming here. 5 minutes gone in this opening, or excuse me, in this final period. Bit of a delay here. Wyoming gets it. Easy shot there, but that one is too many bodies in front. As now here comes Rowan Nasty the other way with it for Colorado. And a nice deke from Hairston, almost gets past the defender. O'Brien, a shot from the slot. That one's too high. As two Colorado defenders are tripped up as they reclaim possession in their own zone. Cross-ice pass. Hairston will enter now for the Buffaloes. She's got Nasty. She fans on the shot. Chips it, but that one is wide. And CU still has possession along the boards. They've been doing great fighting for along the boards here. They stay onside. Raymond gets an easy shot, but that one goes wide. And along the boards now. Now at the point, here comes Colorado. Ewald, she'll dump her for Raymond. And a one-timer from the point. That one can't go. Good block there from Wyoming. Fight for it, and here comes a wraparound chance for Colorado.
Oh!
And just misses it.
No, it didn't go in. Wow.
I think that was
a
escape.
Really nice play by Hatcher, and I think Hansen may have just done enough to keep it out.
I think Hansen escape late. That's what the sound was that the post hit it.
Wow.
But good stack pad there to prevent that. That was a sneakily slow shot. But
very deceptive.
As here we get a glove save there. A lot to process there. The sound hitting the post, as you said. I believe that was the skate blade from Hansen hitting the point, or hitting the post, excuse me. But nonetheless, a good shot from the slot, and Wyoming was just a little too slow to get that rebound. But nonetheless, Colorado surrenders possession, and now we'll get an offensive zone draw coming up for Wyoming, which Colorado cleanly wins. And now they'll send it the other way. Colorado can't retrieve it. Slow shot on net. That one is wide. Two Wyoming attackers here, and they surrender possession. And now a bank pass. That one can't go. Colorado doesn't get it. But Mia Faselli finally gets it back. And now we go the other way with it. CU enters the zone. They stay on sides. And drop pass. Again, miscommunication there. They're caught offsides. They're going to have to regroup here at the center ice. Mole by herself. She sends it the other way. And now Wyoming gets possession of it in their own zone. And another disruption here. Melina Atwood finally stops that Wyoming breakaway here. Wyoming, cross-ice pass. That one gets broken up. Bonk just got escape blade in the way here. Wyoming, they're going to try and start something. Not enough numbers, though. And good stick work keeps them in this.
Recovery.
On the boards, Rowan Nasty gets it back for the Buffaloes, and now Colorado enters the zone. Nasty by herself gets a shot.
Ooh, nice shot.
And that one is in. Beautiful. Just a textbook 5-hole shot. It kept it low. Kind of, anticipated that she was going to go high, but kept it on the ice, went 5-hole, and that'll put Colorado into double digits with almost 10 minutes gone here. 11:23 in the final period. As Wyoming looks to pitch a shutout, they have that one shot, but they were looking to close the door or stop the bleeding, and they were doing good up until this point, letting in just one goal with the final 10 minutes here.
Clock has not started. Still sitting at 11:23, which is what the clock was at when Nasty scored. Still stopped. Still have not started the clock.
Scores table is still figuring it out.
Table, you got to start the clock, man.
The scores
Don't wanna be
table
that
is
guy.
just
You gotta start the clock.
the scores table is just watching the game.
Yeah.
As a shot, slap shot here almost goes for Colorado. The captain almost gets one there. This clock has still not started.
Still not started.
Scorers table is just enjoying the game, and a shot from the point blank can't go for Colorado here. Clock has still not started. I want to say it's been what 2 minutes gone now, as the scorers table finally sees.
Finally got it all going.
They were just enjoying the hockey game. I think it was one of the coaches on the Colorado staff that noticed it. Hey, here comes Wallace from the slot, a shot. That one goes wide. 2 CU attackers to retrieve it. And now along the half wall. Center and pass, no one's there to take it. And in the crease so far, Wyoming's been doing pretty good for denying those centering opportunities. A lot of the goals from Colorado have come from the point.
Goldberg, oh my goodness.
Yeah, collision there with 2
Close.
CU players, and we're gonna get a penalty.
Nice save.
Took Zoe Watson a second to see the hand raised. I think there was about a good 5 seconds. As now we'll get a penalty enforced against Wyoming. Power play coming up for the Buffaloes. 10 minutes 37 to go. And it looks like the power play 2 unit will be coming out for Colorado. So,
I kind of like the decision. Get them a chance to start the power play. And I think this is a great time to start trying some new things and experimenting a little bit for when you get into those dire situations.
And kind of learn synergy with your line mates. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It sounds like such a easy thing to learn, but it takes a while to learn how to play with your teammates because everyone plays very differently. So this is a good time for them to just learn how each other play and how many more opportunities in a real game are you going to get like this.
Exactly.
CU's tied up along the boards. Looks like they'll get possession back at the point. Rouse, she almost loses possession. Furla. And center and pass. Good stick work.
It's a really smart play.
Yeah, good stick work there. As I said, in the crease, they look like the better team, stopping those center and passes and things like that. When Colorado scores, it comes from far further out. So the stick work there is enough to clear it, and almost a minute gone here in the power play. The Buffs take it the other way with about even numbers, 3-on-3 here. Quick shot on that. That one doesn't go. Trying to take advantage of, a banged-up goalie, trying to get those sneaky, slow passes, or shots on net, rather. But Hansen standing tall so far. And to clear, that one is corralled at center ice. Pass to Bonk. And now here comes the power play, 1 unit out.
Bonk has it poked away.
Mull, she gets poke checked as Wyoming gets possession. And can't clear it, loses her skate as Ewell takes a shot.
Bonk to keep it in the zone, though.
And, I don't want to say that was a Michigan, but that was some kind of wraparound with lift on it.
Hansen gets on top of that one.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if
now
that
they
was
start
like
the clock again. It looks like they're going to... I thought they were going to try and make up for the lost time, but it looks like we'll just stop at 8:45 to go here in this third period.
Yes, it's a bit hard to judge it, especially when it happened during the power play, so I think they'll just keep it.
8 seconds away from killing this power play.
Yeah, I swear I saw some kind of Michigan being attempted there. I saw a stick lift on that wraparound, so I wouldn't be surprised when you have the numbers like that.
Well, maybe you can ask me after the game.
Bonk, she can't get a shot. That one kind of just sauces its way towards the goalkeeper, and that one is gloved. Almost an own goal, I believe. They couldn't get a shot. Yeah, couldn't get a shot off, and that puck kind of just rolled, for lack of better words here, as Wyoming takes their timeout.
Yeah, so timeout Wyoming.
They'll get the defensive zone draw. They're going to just try something here, and you can't blame them for trying to start something new here. Just see what works. And for Colorado, I'm sure a very different message, but maybe it isn't. Maybe they're both trying to just draw up something to experiment, as you alluded to earlier, because there's not going to be many chances where outside of scrimmages you're going to have too much breathing room to get creative. So they're going to be trying the more creative things, the things that you couldn't do if it was a one-goal game, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Wyoming's got 8.5 left to go in this one. And then and their last series of the season is against one of the Buffs' biggest rivals in Nebraska. Nebraska is a Division II women's team, so not really something that you see the Buffs schedule. They really don't schedule a lot of those types of opponents. You'll see that every now and then, but I don't think it would be Nebraska they'd schedule.
Yeah,
It'd probably be Air Force.
If it would, it'd be for the sake of a rivalry. And
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
it.
And
It draws a big crowd, though. You know.
well, and I think here in the realm of club sports, really haven't seen very much Colorado-Nebraska talk.
Right.
Here in club hockey, the men's team from Nebraska is D3 level, so they not even have a rivalry with the D2 team or the D1 team. And then, of course, the women's team is a Division II team, not quite in the division that the women's Buffs are in.
As Ewald from the slot tries something there. And yeah, you do make a good point. But regardless, it draws a big crowd because it's Nebraska. It's the big CU Nebraska rivalry, and no matter what level you're playing at, people recognize that and they show up. Like the D2 game, that middle of that blizzard, people came out from everywhere just to see the Buffs and the Rams play because even though it's D2, even though it's a blizzard, it's the Rocky Mountain face-off. So.
And I think that's exactly what makes the Buffs-Rams rivalry the more true rivalry for Colorado. It's at every single level. It can be a football rivalry, it can be a basketball rivalry, but it really is the local rivalry, and it really shows here in club sports. Lacrosse, baseball, hockey, soccer, you name it. Fans will show up from Fort Collins and Boulder to support their team between the Buffs and the Rams. It does not matter.
Yeah,
I know Wyoming is very familiar with a rivalry with Colorado State as well. Of course, you got the classic border war going over there.
Yeah.
And of course, the men's basketball team, of course, beating Colorado State, who was ranked at the time. So that's probably a big win for Wyoming.
Yeah, and
both of us getting a chance to peg down the Rams a little bit.
And it's only an hour drive, so you're gonna get more tennis no matter what. And it's good for the sport. It keeps more people in attendance, gets more looks, and draws more attention to the league. People are going to see it, so it's always nice to see them schedule things like that. And here comes O'Brien. Breakaway opportunity.
But it's in anyways. O'Brien gets the goal.
Not enough power on it, but again, it's those slower plays when you're later into the game and you're all warmed up. You're a lot more easier to bite on shots. So you'd be surprised how slow of shots can get by you because you're just ready to jump. And your brain's just really not expecting that puck to go so slow. And that's definitely something that they're going to be doing earlier in here. The clock is still running. It ran for an additional 10 seconds.
Well, I think it's a bit of a make-up for what happened earlier where they didn't start the clock for probably about 30 seconds.
Yeah, we're approaching 7 minutes here regardless.
That's 6.5 left now.
Yeah, maybe I'd say about 4.5 if we were counting the clock difference, but regardless, Rowan Nasty one try for Colorado. Quick shot there. That one is wide. Poke check. However, Colorado still keeps possession. They've got it behind their own net. Wraparound opportunity. And a VH there prevents it. Good job staying along the post there.
Ooh, nasty no-look shot.
Quick wrist shot there.
Thought about that pass, but just went right towards the net. And Hansen was ready for it.
Yeah, it looks like Melina Atwood was setting up a screen, so good communication there, from the Buffs. They've been doing good on the offensive communication to set up that screen and set up a shot, but that snapshot can't go here. 6 minutes to go. Clock is still running during stoppages. I think that'll be the thing from now on. The clock just will not stop from here on out.
I would not be surprised trying to make it from that time. Oh, Wallace
Colorado.
Pump that in the short side.
Shot hits the post. Love that sound. A quick shot from Wallace. Just a little too high. It looked like she was slower to the 5-hole. That could have gone in for the, of course, banged up goalie. A lot slower to get in the 5-hole.
Oh, wow. O'Brien was looking for back-to-back goals for the Buffs.
And Goldenberg almost attached the rebound there.
Wallace, another nice shot. Now Goldenberg. Oh, nice save there.
Good play here.
Hansen's shutting the door right now.
Yeah, Hansen's doing a pretty good job here. And, of course, those two big hits that she took, she's doing pretty good. And you figure she's probably got like 30 shots on goal. Goldenberg, shot is broken up.
Wallace is right there.
Center and pass. Harrison can't get it. What a great performance from Hansen. Her team's letting her know. Shot from the point. Harrison, that one goes.
Shot.
Reminds me of when I play as the Ducks goalkeeper in my Be a Pro. It like you can make, I don't know, like 10 straight saves. It's the Ducks. They're just gonna keep putting pressure on you, and
You can keep playing, but it just sometimes it just feels like
your defense is giving you nothing, and there's just
Yeah.
nothing but shots and shots and shots, and you can only.
Hansen did as much as she could
Yeah.
there. Like that's a play that you'll go back and look on in the locker room and film and look at it and be like, hey, defense, we gotta be able to hold down the fort, get it clear, get some pressure off our goaltender because
She can only save
regardless
so much.
of the score right now, that should not happen, and that is a big factor on why they've lost so many of these games like this.
Yeah.
Hansen has to do everything, and now another goal. That one's going to go to Claire Furla. Hansen has to do everything. Defense has just been struggling for Wyoming.
Yeah, and Hansen is not a bad goalkeeper. That can't be understated.
No.
I'd say she's above average. She's doing pretty good. I would put her in the higher rankings for the conferences that we've been seeing. But as you said, that defense just gives her nothing, and it feels like every single time Wyoming has possession, they surrender it. So.
Well, and then you got to start factoring into the fact that they're struggling on offense to get really any sort of type of pressure. So it just becomes an onslaught on Paige Hansen, and when you're facing 60 shots a game, sometimes it's just really difficult.
But yeah, Hansen's been pretty resilient, very durable, and even taking those 2 injuries, keeping in this one. But
I mean, she made a good 5-6 saves before Hairston scored that one to make it 12-1.
consecutively, there was no difference between those shots. So
Yeah, she's held strong. She's done the best that she could. And I gotta give props to her.
it is very easy to blame the goalkeeper, but there's only so much.
Oh, nice move.
Good deke there, and
Hansen
great
caught under that,
save.
just caught enough with the pad.
Great
Speaking
save.
of Paige Hansen, great save there. Wow.
Oh no, a goal.
Oh no, it did count.
Yeah,
It did get by.
I think she saved it,
Yeah.
but she slid back in the process, and
So, yeah, that'll put the score up to
13-1.
14.
14-1.
14.
I think they're
That is-
talking
that
it
is
out.
if they move it
Yeah.
up. Nope, that's not going to go. The face-off at the right of Hansen.
Yeah,
It was stopped by Hansen.
referees talked it out. It looks like one of them said goal, another one said no goal. Regardless, she gloved it, and whether or not it crossed the line, she still saved it.
Yeah, now there's another save for Paige Hansen. I mean, again, she's had some really good saves. We've had a little bit of confusion with the refs and some of the reactions from the players when it comes to
It's confusing
goals,
when you
especially here in the third period.
It's confusing when you see a referee outstretch his hand for a goal, and then they talk it over and it's no goal. It's like we don't have communication to see it. We just kind of have to guess. But
So no goal. Hansen does keep that out.
and what a great save! There was a nice toe drag there, and it was just her and the goalie. So defense, of course, has to be more wary about that because Hansen, for as good as she's playing, can only do so much.
They have to be more aggressive. Get to the puck.
Good stick work there to deny Ewald the shot there. And Faselli rather will try and take it. Clear here from Wyoming, 1:14. The clock has not stopped since the 6-minute mark. As Bonk, she'll just dump it in there. Faselli behind her net, gets it back to Bonk.
Final minute.
And skate there prevents a centering pass there. Another centering pass, no one's there to get it. Foot is off the accelerator at this point.
Well, here comes
Wyoming comes the other way, one-on-one opportunity, shot.
Nice shot.
Good
Sadie
shot,
Lathan
good
there.
save.
They're
Clock
gonna
is
keep the clock rolling.
Clock is still rolling.
40 seconds. Fresh skaters for the bus going to get there as fast as they can so they can try and
And that's another huge factor is that there is one goalkeeper and 2 forward lines, 2 defensive lines. Jared, our EP, told us a game he played like that, and he was dead by the game ended. So you can only imagine what it's like having that fatigue on you. As here comes Nasty, quick shot there. That one can't go. 3 seconds to go, or 12 seconds, excuse me. 10, Wyoming keeps possession in their own zone. This puck crosses center ice, and that will do it. 13-1 your final. Colorado sweeps Wyoming, I think, in a... What was the score last time, Alex? 17?
17-1,
So that,
pretty convincing.
so that was 30 goals scored in 2 games for Colorado.
Gotta say, I'm impressed.
Yeah, and, it doesn't matter who you're playing. To play consistent like that and play active, I'd say, maybe a little bit more slower, a little bit more undisciplined this time around, but that's just because they're getting more creative. They're trying more things, and I think this sets a really good precedent for how they're going to be doing later. I think their coaching staff has a great system going, really flexible, and they won't play the same game for all 2 periods. If they're not doing good in the first period, they'll fix it up. So good on that coaching staff for doing that, and the score reflects that. They may surrender goals in the first period or second period, but they get right back, and it's been a very very refreshing thing to see from this women's team.
Yeah, so that's going to bring this series to a close. Very, very impressive on the Buffs end. Of course, you said 30 goals. And it's great preparation for next weekend, which will be senior weekend for the Buffs as they play the Rams. Of course, they'll play on Friday before the D1 game. And then on Saturday, they'll play earlier to cap off the season on Senior Day.
Yeah, and it was just a great day. It was a great day for synergy and chemistry because, you're not playing with a higher intensity, but you're just trying to know how your line mates play. And even though we're later into the season, it does take a long time to adjust and kind of learn, plays and things like that and kind of improvise. So you could see that where the lines were kind of different. They played their second line to start sometimes, so it's been refreshing to see just more creativity, because once the differential in goals gets high enough, you see actually more fun hockey, because they're going to get a lot more creative and draw up more stuff. It's been really it wasn't a boring game today, I'll tell you that.
Well, as we just crossed 1 p.m. on this big game Sunday, about 3 hours until a certain other game that is obviously less important than this one in Las Vegas. I think the Raiders are playing.
It might be UNLV.
Oh, yeah, you might be right. Maybe they're
Yeah.
playing an extra bowl game or something. I don't know. There's
Yeah.
some games happening in Las Vegas. I don't remember. It's probably not that important, right?
I turned my phone off.
Definitely not a championship.
Yeah, I turned my phone off.
Anyway, I'm going to go home. I'm just going to kind of relax for the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah. So, regardless, though, that will do it for this week for the women's hockey. What a week of hockey it has been. 5 games.
And how about the Buffs going 5-0? The D2 team winning against Wyoming on Friday in their BMHC playoff game. The D1 team beating ASU twice. And
2 thrillers, too.
2 thrillers. Oh, 2 fantastic games. And then the women's team beating Wyoming here twice as well. So
with 30 goals.
A perfect weekend for the Buffaloes, going 5-0.
And it was not boring hockey. There were a couple of series where, a game like this is fun because there's high scoring from one team. There were games where our team was clearly the better team but wasn't really scoring, so that means they weren't experimenting or being creative. They were just playing hockey against a stale game, kind of. And none of the games that we watched were stale at all. They were all really fun to watch, and I know at home it was fun to watch as well. It wasn't boring hockey. So regardless of the score, I'm just happy that it was 5 games of just high energy.
So a perfect weekend for the Buffaloes, 5-0. And of
what's
course
next?
They look to next weekend, which is now just plain rivalry week. D2 team lost last night at the Sports Stable against Metro State to end their season, so they're done. But how about this? Last 4 games, or at least next weekend, is rivalry week. The D1 team, the men's D1 team, plays Colorado State on Thursday in Fort Collins and Friday here in Boulder. And then this team that you just saw here today will be here on Friday and Saturday against the Colorado State Rams. So, it should be really, really entertaining. The mood now shifts from a fun weekend of hockey to rivalry week. And I can't tell you how excited I am for it.
Yeah, and it can go either way, so it's going to be very close games, really, and that's what makes the games fun. when ASU scored last night and made it into overtime, I was happy because it's fun to see games like that get all tied up.
What a real Buffs fan. Come on.
I'm a hockey fan. I love this sport.
I know. I mean,
And I'm a neutral.
Fun and all,
I'm
but
a
I would
neutral
have loved to see them
broadcaster.
close it out. But I mean, hey,
I'm
they
not
got the win
biased.
anyways. But like, I really would have liked them to close that off. But you know, I won't complain with the extra hockey, and I will not complain with the win.
Well, yeah. So and we'll have coverage for all of that next week, possibly the Thursday Fort Collins game. So it's gonna be another fun week of hockey, an intense week of rivalry, as you said, rivalry week. So as we're nearing the end of the seasons, who has ended their season, we have 2 more hockey teams left, and then more club sports starting up for the spring. So we're right in the middle of it, and it's just a great time for sports right now. So that'll do it though for this series and for this broadcast. A bit of an emergency stream, had some problems, but we figured it out. So either way, that will do it here at the CU Rec Center. Thank you everyone for tuning in over this weekend. It's been me, Nicholas Evans, and Alex Roberts here for today's game. We will see you next time. You heard it here first.